Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the NXT Weekly Post Show. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo, and Chinedu. Oh, good, Chinedu. It is good to be back. How are you?
It is great to be back, Denise. I have missed you. I've missed all the DWO. I read the comments. I saw so many comments asking where we've been. I saw four. Well, I saw four. I saw four, but they were a strong four. One of them had like three sentences in it. A strong, solid
Quality
four.
over quantity, Chin.
Yes,
Quality over quantity.
yes. But I've enjoyed it. I've been happy to be back. Y'all know the homie Denise. We all need a much needed break. First of all, Denise be working on wrestling 7 days a week. So I was very happy she took some time off from the NXT to take a breather. And also congrats to her on being on Sirius, y'all. Shout out to Denise on the Sirius.
So
What?
much has happened since the last time we did an NXT show. Oh my God, I can't believe it. But no, literally, just everything was happening on Tuesdays. For those of you who are wondering why the NXT review shows weren't happening, I missed one day because I was I was moderating a book signing. The other one, I was on vacation. And then the other one, I was at a birthday party. So it was one of those things where just everything was happening on a Tuesday. But now I'm back. Now we're ready to go. And what an episode to get back to, Chin, right? Because we were, by the way, I thought you were going to be at the show since it was in Houston. Were you even planning to go to the show?
I had a few invites, but I at the last minute I really couldn't know. Sitter situation, can't leave kids like that alone. Couldn't get the shirt off, so stayed at the house though. But I appreciate everybody that sent me invites, ticket offers, and all that. I felt the love. I want to say that real quick though. Some sweet offers. Y'all really listen. Y'all love you, boy Chin, and I appreciate that. Okay though, but I promise next time, man. Lost it at the last minute though, but I promise next time I will be in that building though, man. But I definitely enjoy watching the show from the house though. I ain't had to sit in traffic, which was great from Toyota
Yeah.
Center. Can't lie about that part.
Yeah, I saw that it was in Houston and I thought, oh shit, is Chinedu going to be on today's show? And that's why I texted Joe. It's like, hey, dude, are you good for today? Because I wasn't sure if you were going to be at the show or not. And I thought, like, oh, maybe he told me and I forgot or something, right? Because that does happen very often around here. I will forget a million things. Last week, last week, did I even tell you we weren't doing an NXT review show?
No.
I did not. Oh my God, did you show up? Were you waiting for me?
I was here a little bit. I was like, hello, there's nobody. I was back here by myself. I was like, okay, well, next week. We
This is
don't
what
want it
I
back next
mean.
week.
I felt so bad. You texted me like an hour after. You were like, hey, I guess no show today. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, Chinedu. I'm so sorry. I felt so awful. I don't know how I just forgot. I guess because like I tell people here on the stream. So in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, I told Chinedu and I didn't even realize I didn't even tell you.
I promise it was truly no problem at all. I was there for probably like a minute or two, and I was like, yeah, it's probably no show though. And I also want to highlight the birthday party, y'all. Denise, very modest, y'all. She's saying a birthday party like she wasn't at the birth. Do they know whose birthday party you were at? By the way,
Yeah, I posted it on social media. I was at
okay.
Gabriel Iglesias' birthday party.
Yes, y'all. She was that Fluffy, y'all. For those of y'all that don't know, Fluffy, who also is a fan of Denise Salcedo, the Fluffy. She was at that birthday party. Let me tell you something. F this NXT review, okay? I'll be up in there generate, take down stuff, all that. I wouldn't even be.
Chinedu, I met AJ from the Backstreet Boys at the party. He was there. AJ from the Backstreet Boys was at the party.
BSB. I like that song, but called by BSB though. I will
I
be
took
up.
a
Don't
picture with
stay
him and
up.
he was just marvelous. He was so nice. It was great. It made my whole everything.
Does he still look the same?
I mean, he's a little older, but he still has that look. But
Yeah.
he's a little older, but that's fine. I like older men. I don't
Hey.
discriminate.
L-O. Dean says, Daddy alert. Wait a minute. AJ out
What do
here.
they call like is it like daddies? Like, or what's the term for like
Oh,
older men?
the term I've been hearing is Zaddy with the
Okay,
Z.
see, I was gonna say zaddy, but I thought a zaddy was like those leather dudes, the ones that wear like the leather.
No,
So I wasn't sure if it was appropriate for me to say zaddy or daddy.
Oh yeah, no. That the Zaddy belongs to the men that have the the salt and pepper beers. That belongs to that crowd. Unk them
All
with
right,
the Zaddy label. So that's AJ from BSB. All right, you know what I'm saying? Denise put you on the Zaddy alert. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching. Well, actually,
all right.
no. Actually, no. but it was great meeting, you know what I'm saying? I love that song, The Call by BSB. And I
It's
think
great. It's a
that
great song.
yeah, I'm happy they getting money with the New Kids on the Block too, because I think they tour together, getting good money. Makes me happy.
Interesting stuff. But now let's get to it. Let's get to some NXT conversation.
Oh yeah,
Y'all
we
have
up here.
waited long enough. I want to kick things off with the Undertaker. It's
Yes.
still so weird to me, Chin. Every time the Undertaker makes an appearance on NXT, my brain does not seem to process it. Like I get stuck loading at like 60-65%. I just start buffering when the Undertaker comes on NXT. Now, I kind of felt I had some mixed feelings about this entire segment. I was excited because I thought, okay, the Undertaker's on the show. That's very cool whenever you get some of the legends that get to go on the show. And I thought, man, like you got your TNA champion Trick Williams out there really, really feeling himself. Like he's doing such a good job in this heel role and bringing out, like calling out and talking his shit to the Undertaker, making sure he goes out there. But then once we actually got to the confrontation, I don't know. I don't know if it felt kind of slow paced. I don't know if I just didn't buy the choke slam. I'm not exactly sure what I was feeling. I just know that I didn't love it. And I thought, okay, let me try to see what other people think about this and maybe try to pinpoint how I feel about this segment. And I went to social media. I asked people how they felt about it. And there was mixed reactions too. People were like, the nostalgia was cool, but more people I saw were kind of upset about the choke slam to Trick Williams. I guess because it just kind of made Trick look a little weak. I'm not really sure, Chinedu. How'd you feel about this?
Well, I want to say, as a WWE fan, you're always excited to see the Undertaker. You're always excited to see him. When I heard the gong, I was like, oh man, yes. When I heard American Badass, I was like,
Yeah,
it's
I
like
noticed it in the crowd. The crowd also kind of had the and I
yeah,
was like, all right, cool, whatever. But I think the crowd kind of fizzled a little bit with that.
which
I don't
is
know
wild
why,
because
but yeah.
it's crazy to believe because Undertaker is from here. He's from Houston. So, like hometown crowd can get reactions. They went crazy for Booker T, even though he got some names wrong. We'll get to that later. But that's neither here nor there. But Undertaker, when he came out, my feelings on it were like as much as I love as much as I love Taker, like I feel like I was watching the Uncle Taker out there. Like just old. It looked like at first I thought it was Luke Gallows at first. When he first came out, I was like, what is he doing here?
Luke
He
Gallows with the biggest pop of his life right there, bro. Oh, not Luke Gallows catching strays on this
but
pod. I like Luke Gallows.
yeah, and I do too. But and I love Undertaker. I love Mark. But like the segment, I felt like he talked a little bit too long for the segment. It went on too long because Undertaker's never known to have lengthy promos anyway. You remember that promo he did with Big Show and just went on forever. It was like weird. It was not like that, but it was like when he goes on too long, like brooding and things like that. It's not really good though because to me, Trick Williams, what he said in his defense as a wrestling fan, knowing how I know Undertaker and what we know of him as a locker room leader, Trick was right. The champions in the room, move. Absolutely.
But I
Like,
mean, yeah, you got the champ in the room, but you got one of the biggest legends ever in WWE, though. So
yeah, but these are team. Good teammate. Well, if y'all get out the way, is Undertaker here? If Undertaker was trying to send that, but they weren't even there. Y'all put me out the way. First of all, why you even in the segment? Y'all get camera time today? Boom. That's how I feel about that. But I felt the same way because I love Trick's momentum. I love what he's doing as a heel, and I didn't want to see him get undermined by Undertaker, who's retired. Like respectfully, he's still Taker, but we know he's been retired for years now. Like so, he can just come in and lay out like Trick Williams, who's what 28, 29 is the prime of his life out there in the leather, all that kind of in the leather too, man. Come on, don't do him like that, my boy. With the leather
my
too, man.
favorite part was when Trick was about to take off his jacket and Taker tells him, no, don't take that off. That was probably the biggest highlight for me, at least, of the whole entire interaction. But here's my question to you. Did you at all, and this is my question to the chat too, because I kind of felt like I was a crazy person thinking this. So I'm just trying to see if I'm crazy or if you guys are with me. I kind of felt like at one point, like if the Undertaker was sort of teasing having an actual matchup with Trick Williams. based off like some of the things he was saying. And I thought, is he going that direction? Because he's retired. So why did I feel that was kind of the vibe? I'm not saying he is, but that's the vibe that I got.
Yeah, and of course, as much as I love Taker, like I do hope that's not the case though. Like,
I don't think so either.
yeah, it's just I don't. It's not even a matter. I don't think he can do it because we know Undertaker will train, do his best. We've seen it from everything when he did stuff for Roman. He trained every day, did everything he could for a year for the match. But at this point, you don't need to do that, man. And the fact that I want to say that Trick, I want to point this out. We weren't here last week though. The fact that Trick Williams said on NXT, I know y'all feeling all that way because you guys are on a hit show on A&E. I was like, come on now, hit show, come on now, Trick. I don't know if you caught that last time he said that. I was like,
no, I didn't actually.
LFG hit show. Come on, listen.
I mean, I don't know what the top shows on A&E are, so maybe it could be the top show of A&E. What else is on? I don't know what's on A&E. I'm gonna be honest, but it sounds like they might have some other stuff.
It could be true, but my natural reaction is like, really? Is that yes now? Hey, hit show. My natural reaction was my Ebo self, but I didn't that part. But overall, the whole segment, I'm happy to see Taker. Trick had charisma. I love seeing Trick buck up the Taker. That was where I was hoping to get. I was hoping to get like a stare down, like, well, now watch out, old man, and he kind of leave the ring. I would have preferred that, like him being on his back. But I understand, maybe for the pop, for the hometown crowd, but he didn't even get the pop with a guy. Because again, I really feel American Badass, that just tanked it from get-go. I feel when people heard that, we heard the gong. Don't play the gong then. If he's not gonna beat him, don't play the gong.
By the way, I love that you say the gong because I always say the dong.
The dong, why?
Is it a gong or is it a dong?
No, it's a
Because
gong.
I thought it was a dong.
No,
like
it's a
dong.
Chat GWO, what y'all do? Do y'all think dong or gong? I'd be asking them the weirdest stuff.
I've even seen people say the Undertaker's dong.
No, yeah, come on. Now, as you say it, Denise. Come on.
Right, but come on. Okay. But here's the thing: when you hear it, when you actually hear the sound, does it sound like gong, or does it sound like dong?
I hear gong with a G.
No, I hear dong with a D.
I hear that gong. I hear the gong, but the gong represents the
I don't
dead
give
man.
a fuck if it's a gong. To me, it's a dong. All right, we're riding with it. It's a freaking dong. I don't care what no one says.
Hey, I ain't gonna argue, man. This is your show. I ain't gonna argue.
You know when they do like tweets and stuff and then they put like the readers add context? If people could add context to this podcast, it would say it is a gong and not a dong, despite what Denise says.
I know, but again, after saying, listen, this is my show. You know what I mean? On my show, we said dong, right?
Bertrand Soup here says it's a schlong. It's a schlong. It's a schlong. All right. We're only 13 minutes into the show and we already got dick jokes.
We're back.
But the other thing that Trick did mention during this was that the Undertaker has gone soft. Now we're seeing the Undertaker more as a mentor now, right? Like he's an LFG, he's been giving the rub to people, and that's really been just about what we've been seeing from the Undertaker. So I think it's a little bit hard to accept this new version of the Undertaker because he's like a dad now. Like he's in his dad era. He cares about everybody. It's weird, but that's where we're at.
He truly is the Uncle Taker. And I mean that with respect. That's where we're at now.
See, you see him as Uncle Taker. I see him as Dad Taker.
Dad Taker?
Because Uncle Taker to me would make him, if he was a little bit younger. If the Undertaker was a little younger, then I would say Uncle Taker. But he's a little older, so I would say Dad Taker.
I get you.
And then 10 more years, he's going to be Grandpa Taker.
Man, and you know what's wild to some women? He's Zaddy Taker. You know that? He's Zaddy Taker, y'all.
Oh, man, that's so funny. And by the way, at the end of the show, we did see him close out the show, giving Javon Evans some feedback here because we had a banger of a main event, by the way. Obafemi, Josh Briggs, Inamura in a really great triple threat that saw Obafemi successfully retain his NXT championship, of course. But afterwards, when he was standing tall, Javon Evans was watching on the screen and the Undertaker approached him and just said, like, in case you're still looking at what you want to do, you should go for the biggest dog on the yard. And that, my friend, right now is Obafemi. So I think they pretty much hinted that, hey, Javon Evans is coming for that strap.
Yeah, and this version of Undertaker, this is the guy I like. The guy, he don't say much, but what I do say means something. That's the Undertaker that we needed tonight, and that's the one we got for this segment. He didn't say much. So what you need to know, hey, you go after the big dog. Look, he looked at the TV. He looked at the TV, and we all realize like looking at Oba, and I feel like that writes itself. If there was anyone to take it off of Oba, it should be in my opinion, it could write itself. Javon is the underdog. He's like, our David Goliath. He pulls through because he's developed over the past year, since he's been there. A lot more popular, over with the fans, comfortable on the mic, a lot better in the ring, a lot smoother. I feel he should be the person. And then who could be the Bane to his Batman? Jasper Troy in the shadows.
I'm curious about that. How are you feeling about Jasper Troy right now? Is he doing it for you so far?
It's for me. It's still a bit mixed. I see what they're wanting to do. I like what they're doing because they need more guys in that division. I see they're trying to just push him immediately to the top, make him a force, which I can understand, and I do understand them doing it, as fast as they are though, because they need people. Like they have
right.
nobody.
He's kind of being thrown into the wolves right now, but
yeah.
You can tell, like, bless his heart, he's still not there yet. Like, he's still not ready. He still feels super, super green. Like, he feels very, very rushed right now on NXT because, again, I think what you said was right. You know what they're trying to do with Jasper Troy, and I'm so glad that there's an attempt to be made there. But, yeah, he's basically in a sink or swim shot right now because he's still not ready, and you can tell. And I know this is developmental, but we also know that NXT, for certain people, even though they're still green, they're not as green as Jasper Troy.
Yeah. And he still is, like, even like the promos are still stiff. Ring is still a bit stiff though, and again, we know it's developmental, but it's developmental on national television also at the same time too. So it's like you can kind of see it, and I'm hoping him develop though, because I would like to see that story of a more developed Jasper Troy better on the mic. Because I feel like him and Javon can have some good chemistry together.
Again, and Oba, once he gets it, like once Jasper gets it, he can, like, him and Oba would be so much fun. Meat on meat.
Absolutely.
Maybe I should say meat versus meat. If I say meat on meat, that sounds different. Meat versus meat.
It sounds wildly different than this.
Meat versus meat, two totally different things.
Yeah. Well, how does Booker say it? He said, he says
all water, no something. Wait, all bread,
said,
no water.
No water, no bread, just
meat. There you go. Yeah.
Booker. But real quick too, when Oba, this popped me so hard when Oba spit out that water before he hit Fall from Grace. That was so live to me. I thought that was like a really cool moment. That whole match was amazing.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I was a fan of that. But yeah, so Ricky Stange, Jasper Troy, and Jasper Troy gets a win via count out. Again, they're making a big effort in pushing Jasper Troy as this like beast yet. Once Jasper starts to believe that he might actually be like a beast monster type, then it'll go somewhere. Right now he's trying, but he's still not he doesn't believe it himself yet. And that's where I'm having the trouble, the disconnection at the moment, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm just glad that we're there. Like you said, they're trying to shell out some guys, get them out there, because if not, you're Ethan Page stuck in a feud with Santino Marella. Like those are the options. And I like Santino, but those are the options of where we're at right now for the dudes.
Yeah. First of all, when I saw the graphic for the actual match, I was like, I know you are lying. First of all, I love Santino Marella.
I love Santino too.
But I love him. I was like, but I know you. Cobra. I love it, but I was just like, man, there's nobody in the back.
That's what I was thinking about too, but we'll get to that in just a second. Let's go into these super chats here. We got Sheldon Jackson who says, rip Malcolm yesterday and today Ozzy Osbourne. I said this Sunday, I'm going to say it again. Jacy's reign is comparable to Jinder's WWE title reign. Jacy is now Jacy Mahal. Fallon and Jasmine are the Singh brothers. Well, Sheldon got a lot in there. But yes, we were talking earlier yesterday about Malcolm, and then today Ozzy Osbourne. Chinedu. Everybody knows Ozzy Osbourne.
Mhm.
Everybody. I remember like obviously seeing him on WWE, but also seeing him on his own show. I forget the name of the show. I think it was
The
just the Osbourne
Osbournes.
Band, the Osbournes, right?
Mhm,
I
mhm.
used to watch that show. I don't even watch reality TV or those kinds of shows, but I found him and his family to be so funny, and they were so different from like the family that I knew. And then, as years went by, I was obviously a fan of his daughter, Kelly Osbourne, who was on the Fashion Police. And so I feel like throughout, so many years, him and his family, they've done so much that everybody knows. Everybody is somehow like has a connection to Ozzy Osbourne and his family. So it was just very heartbreaking stuff, man.
Absolutely. Like I watched the Osbournes. Like they're different people who know him as a musician, and some know him as a TV star. I mainly know him from watching the Osbournes. Sharon, like, he used to crack me up, man. It was a really good show, and just him and Ozzy, and for me, Malcolm Jamal Warner. That was like that was my TV brother, man. Like just the Cosby Show, Malcolm and Eddie, The Resident, all the things he did, his spoken word stuff. Though it's just so sad too. He was, just very, very. It really hurt my heart to hear about Malcolm, man. It really did though, because he used to say like me and him had like the same cheeks. You know what I mean? First of all, we had the same cheek build, so I used to make me feel connected a little bit. They're like, yeah, we both got big cheeks, man. Y'all cheeks,
Representation. He was
yeah, exactly.
representation for you, Chin.
Thank
You're like,
you.
that's me.
Yes,
I'm
big cheeks matter. All right, big on. You know what I'm saying? The cheeks, somebody side.
I
He's not implant.
co-signed
He's
Chin.
real.
I got female big cheeks, okay? Also, please, I'm talking about the ones on my face. I'm done, man. I can't with myself anymore. Someone just get me off already. No, I meant off the stream. I meant off the stream.
Oh,
Get me
yeah,
off the stream. I
yeah.
didn't finish my sentences, Chinedu.
We're here. We're here every Tuesday, y'all. Every Tuesday night.
Oh my God. Maurice Johnson is like, what? Matthew Landon's like, the what? Welcome to the Tuesday show. So
We're
the
back.
other thing that Sheldon brought up, which I can't wait to get into, but we'll get to it in just a second, which is Jacy Jane. We do got Luis Arturo Mendez, a DWO member for 17 months, who says Rip Ozzy Osbourne, 1948 to 2025. 1948. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Happy he got a long life, man.
Yeah.
A long, non-boring life. Non-boring. Infamous Raider Loco says it's Chin Salcedo IDK. Why I thought your nickname is, but LFG, welcome back. We got to see my girl Blake and Miss Paka. Young OG going after the title. Oh, the Young OG pretty soon is going to become the man. Is it the man OG? Does that make sense? Can you be the man OG?
Would he be?
I don't think that makes sense.
I
Because technically, if you're an OG, you're old, right? But he's the young OG.
Yes, the champ OG.
The champ OG. All right, we'll run with that.
Ooh.
We got Jay Stone here who says,
Whoa.
if I was Triple H looking at the galaxy of top women on Raw, I'd pluck this Blake Jordan feud from Shawn Michaels and put it on SmackDown expeditiously. Here's the problem, Jay. If he were to do that, we would be stuck with almost like just not that. I'm not going to say not that much because we do got so many women on the NXT, but we had a lot of top programs that got taken over to the main roster. And right now, this is the top program. So I want to see it live its life on NXT before it also gets taken away.
It's interesting too, though, because you realize that in just this year, they took Roxanne, they took Stephanie, they took Julia. Wow.
It's like everybody, bro.
Wow.
We got Mr. GR. Thank you, Jay. We got Mr. GRK Chef 13 who says, give me Blake and Jordan in a vicious, violent, and bloody match. So everybody's talking about Blake Monroe. Her entrance, by the way, was so freaking cool. She has a mirror and she like does like a little blow on the kiss thing. And then she like checks herself out afterwards as she's walking her way into the ring. I love this. Here's the thing. I do think that and this was her first NXT, like her weekly NXT match, like singles. But here's the thing. I do kind of wish that we could have done a little bit more with her and Maddie Brankowski. I think they could have gone a little bit more, but I get it. They were kind of pressed for time at that point, but it was pretty much a quick squash match. And then Jordynne Grace came out and attacked her. So that was fun because Jordynne is clearly pissed after what happened at Evolution, where Blake Monroe turned on her and costed her opportunity against Jacy Jane for the NXT Women's Championship. So, dude, I'm with Mr. GRK Chef. I know what Jordynne can do. I know what Blake Monroe can do. Now, WWE, please do not hold back and let these girls go out there. Scratch that. Rewind. Let those women go out there and do what they do best.
I agree, because those grown women out there, man, they've been doing some grown women work out there. First, when I think of Mariah, I think of that shoe beat down. I think I will always think of that. Like, I mean, she beat the out of Tony. I mean, it was to a point I almost felt uncomfortable. Like, oh my god, like it looks so real and all that though. So I definitely want to see that. Watching Evolution when she turned, I knew what happened, but I was like, dang, already? But hey, cool. All right, let's get it started. I guess again, I guess they like, listen, we ain't got all that time. We ain't got all day. All right, we all know who she's not a good guy, not a nice person. Let's get it started. I'm actually with it too. Let's go ahead and get to the point, get to these matches, and I want to see that too. I want them to really, really tear the house down. And just real quick, I want to highlight how hyped the crowd was for Miss Jada Parker. By the way,
oh yeah, she got probably the best reaction. Maybe aside from like Blake and Jordynne, I do think Jada got the best reaction.
Yeah. I feel her pops are getting louder and louder every show.
Thank you, Mr. GRK Chef. We got Stephen Marchuli here who says, Chin, how are you? Going to pick with Chin, how are you going to pick between the girls, Jada and Lash? Welcome back. Oh, we all know Chinedu's number one is Jada. I don't even think that it's close. Am I wrong?
Listen, you are in fact not wrong. Let me say something, man. First of all, Steve, we love you, man. Appreciate you happy to be back, man. And also, yes, between the girl, I call them the girls. And although I love them both, Lash came out looking like a real contender. She came dressed.
That was her best look, Chin. Her best look. She found I'm going to be a top WWE superstar look.
Yeah. I'll tell you, and Lash, if you ever see this, you ever see girl, look at good. GOODT, capital T. Good. I almost dropped the mic, but I caught it. Good. Looking real good. That whole cowboy, she came out speaking, talking like she was ready for it. And I love, like, that was her best look, best promo. So the fact where the crowd goes, skirt, when they hear that now, the crowd actually starts popping for her because they know it's her. And I feel like she truly is coming to her own. I hate that Jakara was released, but I truly felt in the end, they saw Lash as a solo star anyway, honestly. And I do hate, that they broke up, though, things like that, though. But I'm very happy for Lash getting a singles push. And I truly see her being a very, very big top star on the main roster very soon.
Yeah, man. This was the look for her. I think everybody goes from like having that I'm here on NXT and I still look like a baby look. We've seen it with so many wrestlers. And then they find the look for them that screams WWE superstar, that screams I should be on Monday Night Raw, I should be on SmackDown. And that was today's look for Lash Legend.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was it. Like she needs to keep running with it because it really just stands out. Jada Parker and Lash Legend did, by the way, confront Jacy Jane, Fallon Henley, and Jasmine Nix. Now we got Jacy Jane's a celebration promo here today, and in that celebration promo, she essentially, says that she's the top woman because she has both championships. However, she doesn't give any credit to her besties, Fallon Henley nor Jasmine Nix. Both of those girls basically helped her win, and they got zero credit. For weeks now, they have been pretty much fed up with Jacy, but they still keep doing what Jacy wants. And so this ended in a whole confrontation there, and they're clearly upset. Like, they're not, Chinedu, they are not interested. I think they're pretty much going to turn on Jacy pretty soon, and she's going to be left with nothing. She's going to be left with no friends, no titles. It's going to happen that way. And so now it's just a matter of, okay, who's going to take that title off of her? Because today they teased Jada and Lash going after her for gold. I'm thinking that it's either going to be one of them. I thought it was going to be Blake Monroe. I thought it was going to be Jordynne Grace, but they've got their own thing going on. So now I'm thinking that this is probably going to be Jada's moment to take the NXT championship. Until then, maybe Masha over on the TNA side gets her title, or who knows, maybe even Ash by Elegance, because Ash by Elegance is also due for a title shot as well on the TNA side.
Man, so weird. Real quick, who Ash by Elegance reminds me of? Dana Brooke. You remember her? Like, reminds me so much of her. Like, I swear, like,
whatever happened to Dana Brooke?
yeah,
What?
I just wonder. And anyway, sorry about that. But I just I feel the exact same way too. I'm believing this is Jada's time to take that title though. Again, if it was gonna be her, I was hoping to be someone like Lola or Kalani, one of the girls. Like I feel, but I'm happy they getting one homegrown girls in the picture. And Last Legend to be up there in title contention picture like that, I feel that's where she should be at from now on. I love it a whole lot. I'm looking forward to the breakup between Fatal Influence because
Me too.
Because like I feel they run a long time though. And to me, I've always saw Fallon Henley as a star. To be honest, I thought she was the leader.
I thought she was the leader too. I think she was for a while when she was NXT North American Women's Champion.
Yeah.
I think her stint got cut way too short, but hey, whatever. That's another argument for another day. But that's where we're at, man. It's been pretty. I feel like NXT right now has sort of started to feel like it's treading new waters. That's what I feel like. Like this doesn't feel like this isn't the same NXT when we were talking about Stephanie and Julia and these people and Roxanne. This is a whole new NXT, and we're getting used to it.
It really is, and that was literally just 2-3 months ago. And
I know.
A whole new title scene, and I just want to point out real quick too. This whole everybody winning championships real quick too. I mean, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no big deal. Jacy Jane, okay? It ain't no big deal to go win up the title, okay? We've been gone for a little bit. I went out last weekend. I went out there. I won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship last weekend. It's no big deal. I went and won this. This is nothing. I'm defending against Matt Cardona tomorrow. It's no big deal, okay? So let's stop acting like Jacy Jane. You do because you got 2 belts. It's not a big deal. She's gonna lose both of them very soon. But although I like the title, I was really shocked at her winning that belt though. I was like, But I get it though. Huge heat on her though. It's making her.
Oh yeah, big time.
And I ain't gonna lie, I love it too. The heat she's getting and the way she reacts to it, like she just speaks all of them. And I know you don't like. I was like, yes,
me. When she said that at the end, she saw me. I was like, damn, man. She successfully gets under your skin. Like legit. Yes. It works at her as a heel because she gets under your skin. We got infamous Raider Loco here who says, does our fearless leader know what dong means? We can't be saying that on YouTube. I don't know how the YouTube police hasn't came to get me yet, honestly.
Raider Loco. That's what I'm saying. Raider, that's what I'm saying, man. That's
dong. It's not gong to me. It's dong. All right, we got Corey MacArthur. What up, Corey? He says, finally, Tuesdays are Chin and Dan reunited. Feels so good. What's up, Cool Daddy Chin representing Raid Band and the one who was Alexa Bliss last night, Denise. Dong gong. People want to know. Hey, I'm going to run with dong. I don't care if it's wrong. All right, I like the D. The D it is, so dong it is.
Now, Denise, you just said on camera again, I like the D. And then we're going down a weird hole.
My first initial is the D. So I'm going to like the D. Denise.
Yes. This is, yes. Corey, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate you. It is good to be back.
The internet ruined my first initial. Damn you, internet.
It did, because from now on, it will say, yeah, I love the D. D comes on. Listen, y'all. Listen. Hella pause right now. Okay, pause button right here. Boom.
So funny. Thank you so much, Corey, for the love, and hopefully you're kicking ass on this Tuesday. We got infamous Raider Loco here who says Santino, the North American, Canada, Mexico champ. I was not expecting Santino to go out there interrupting Ethan Page. By the way, I thought this Ethan Page promo was kind of funny because it was essentially a geography lesson for everybody, and then just basically saying like Canada is so much better than the USA, and then the Italian guy comes out. And everyone's like, yeah. And I'm like, this is starting to turn into a USA versus Canada thing, but we're cheering for the Italian guy. All right, whatever. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yes. No Americans in the segment whatsoever for the North American title.
So funny. I love it. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I say I love it. I love the comedy part of it, but it does feel like we have slim pickings. That's what it feels like, though. It does feel like slim pickings for Ethan Page, the North American champion, taking on Santino. It's not really when Ethan Page came into NXT. Like, this was not what I thought he would be doing.
Not at all.
But fine, I'll give it a chance. Maybe it'll turn out to be my favorite thing on the show. Who knows? Right now, it feels a little bit weird.
I ain't gonna lie. At first, I was like, what? But like, where's Miles at? Isn't he somewhere? Do we not want to do something with him still? I thought it'd been him in the picture or something like that. Or I mean, even somebody from No Quarter Catch Crew. Some Lexus King is back there too. Although I love Santino, I do love him though. But I'm excited to see him though because he's so funny. He's still funny to this day, and I can't wait to see the Cobra again. Like we saw it tonight. Can't wait to see him in that match. It's gonna be great.
Thank you, Frank. We got JJ Castillo in the building. What's up, JJ? He says, great seeing the NXT post show back. Good to see you, Chin. I hope we get more than one match of Blake versus Jordan feud. Also, what's both of your thoughts on the NXT TNA partnership so far? So great stuff, JJ. First of all, I do want to say that I hope Blake and Jordan becomes a trilogy. Like, we got to get multiple matches between these girls because they are beasts and I love it. But as for my thoughts on NXT TNA partnership, my thoughts have evolved. They really have. I think coming out of Slammiversary, TNA feels like the little spoon right now in the real. Or hold on, would WWE be the little spoon or would TNA be the little spoon? Okay, WWE feels like the little spoon in the relationship because TNA is like holding on to them, warming them up, It feels like TNA belongs to WWE. That's what that feels like.
Yeah. So far, I really felt like WWE NXT's had all the advantages. Like they brought in all the TNA talent and had them lose to WWE talent. Current WWE superstars currently hold both the world and women's title right now. And I think in turn they got an appearance, not a match, from AJ Styles, and that is it. I feel like that's all they've gotten.
I mean, everyone's making jokes about TNA bending over for WWE. I've been laughing at the meme. There's been some very inappropriate memes out there, but I have laughed at them. I can't share them, but I laugh.
I've laughed. I've laughed hard because it's like I'm looking around like in the long term, they're not really building any stars with WWE. Like Joe Hendry's already over himself. Santana just lost to Trick, so I mean that didn't really do him any favors. Masha just lost to Jacy Jane, that didn't do them any favors. And I mean, and all the people who've been contending trying to take this title off of Trick have lost. I don't know of any other people on that roster that could really compete right now against them. And in turn, I don't know. I don't know what TNA is going to get in the long run. I mean, they don't even promote TNA shows on NXT television. You still know where to watch TNA. They have never said where to watch them at ever in this partnership. And I'm still like, I mean, maybe they're getting a check behind the scenes, maybe. And maybe they're getting some money behind it. If they are, I think that's good. Do what you got to do. But it don't really feel like a partnership too much to me. It's like you said, I feel like they're a big spoon.
Like, they are getting perks, right? Because you're talking so much more about TNA. It helped build a lot of buzz for Slammiversary. There's people wondering if they're going to help with, where the future of TNA Impact lands on television, if they move on from Access or whatever, right? So there are perks. To say that there's no perks would be crazy, right? But it does feel very, it doesn't necessarily feel so much. It doesn't feel like 50-50 give and take, though.
Yeah, no,
It's not an even equal relationship. And that's the part where I was coming off of Slammiversary. I was just thinking to myself, TNA girl backbone. That's what I was thinking. At the end of the day, like, I get it. We're all WWE fans. We get it. They're the more powerful company. We get it. But damn, girl backbone, though. Like, they got to have a backbone. It's just a matter of pride. But whatever. That's what we're seeing right now. Some people are wondering if this is going to go on to be some sort of invasion angle. I truly don't even know what's going to happen there, but that's where we're at the moment.
An invasion angle. Listen, I'm a good invasion angle. Okay, I don't care. I love it when it happens. I love seeing something versus something. I'm with it, but I just don't. I don't know of any I don't know enough TNA roster people that I feel will be contenders enough to make me feel like they're an actual threat. Like Moose has already lost.
Actually, it's the reverse. TNA has more guys that would be a threat to NXT. For me, I would be like, yo, NXT is about to be like the little, they're about to get stomped. Like this, they're going to get killed in this. The TNA men's roster is a million times stronger than the men's roster on NXT.
It is. It has depth. You got Moose and things like that, though. But like, I feel again with WWE, they're not gonna lose. They're not gonna like beat WWE guys. Like if it was like
Yeah,
a
and that's going to be
team,
hard. You're going to have to suspend your disbelief.
yeah, you got because like it'll be Oba, Javon, Ricky, maybe what Ethan, and who else? They maybe you get Josh Briggs, maybe I don't know. Throw him in there, something like that. You get that team. And you get Moose, you get Nick Nemeth, you get all them people out there, and I think they would still lose. Just guys,
Well, they would lose, but they would lose because just the fact that they would go with WWE guys. But I do think that there are more men in the TNA division that are in the TNA roster that are much more better performers, bigger stars. A lot of them have had great careers. So I feel like for me, it would be a sort of I'd have to suspend my disbelief.
I definitely agree. I just want to shout out. I just want to shout out the Mustafa Ali Cedric Alexander match. That was
That was
amazing.
fun.
I mean, first of all, I thought Mustafa was dead with that dive out the ring. Oh my god, that looks so nat.
Did you like Moose and Leon Slater?
I did. I'm a Moose fan, so I want a Moose to Moose to retain. But
But
I
Leon won. But Leon was the guy right there to
yeah,
get it.
he is,
There's
and
a
I think
story, Chinedu.
yeah,
There's a
and listen,
story. Damn it.
and I think I'm biased because Moose follows me on Instagram. I have bias in sort of that, man. When people follow me
I
on
mean,
there,
Moose
man.
follows me too. He's been on my channel a bunch of times, but still, Leon was the guy to win, Chin.
I mean, listen, Denise. No one likes a bragger, okay? Just bragging about Moose following you like that. I mean, who does that?
But you brought it up first.
I did. You sure?
Yes, you did.
I don't remember that. Anyway,
I'm gonna go get a follow
I
from
love.
Leon Slater too, just to even out the odds here.
Yeah, I do.
Wow. So Chinedu, as long as someone follows you, you're gonna root for them, even if the story dictates it should go somewhere else.
Yes.
Wow, guys. Chinedu can be bought, bro. Bro, WWE about to call you right now, and they're like, "Hey, Chin, want to get on the payroll?"
Listen, that is ridiculous. How did you? Hold on one second.
Chin about to come in here with a Rolex next week. Be like, "Yeah, that was my WWE paycheck right there, kicking in."
Yeah, I ain't gonna brag. But, what? I'm just kidding. No, it's awesome. I'm just kidding, y'all. This is awesome. But I do think the right person won though, and to have AJ come out and like give him like the road that it don't get no better than that. So
right.
yeah.
Right.
Good.
Thank you, JJ. Great question, man. We got Bob Ross Jr. in the building. He says, I'm excited for Blake versus Jordan's feud. The crowd could have sold that DDT to the chair better. Yo, thank you. That DDT to the chair shot, I reacted to that. And I thought, obviously it's not the first DDT I've seen. It ain't the 100th DDT I've seen, but I thought it was actually a much more effective DDT than, I don't know. And I thought maybe I even over-exaggerated because I felt like maybe I might have over-exaggerated, but I liked it.
I like that too. I don't know if the live crowd maybe saw the same angle we saw on TV.
Probably
but
not.
It looked like it looked really good to me. Jordan sold it well. Like it didn't be like she was out cold. Like she held onto her head. She held on like I'm hurt and things like that. I thought it was a good segment though. I didn't notice the crowd didn't really react to it that much. So I think I was changing the diaper. But
I didn't notice because I was reacting. I was hearing myself react. Thanks, Bob. We got Infamous Radio Loco here who says, smack the cheeks and get her off if you're having trouble. Blue Chew promo code get me off. Yeah, man. I swear. I have no comments. I'm not allowed to say anything anymore.
Shout out to Radio Loco for the super chat, man.
We got David Primero here who says it would be good if Fallon Henley takes the title from Jacy and possibly turn face again. She could have a good feud with Blake Monroe. David Primero, from your super chat to the NXT powers that be, okay? I would love this because it would accomplish two things. One, babyface Fallon Henley would return, and Fallon Henley at the top of this NXT roster. I've been feeling like Fallon Henley has it for a long time. Like this girl, I think had she had a longer period as NXT North American champion, that they probably would have seen her and been like, yo, she's going to go to Raw or SmackDown. And I think if after this, if she does get the title from Jacy, if that were to happen, I do think Raw and Triple H would be trying to get her on Raw and SmackDown.
Absolutely. She's main roster ready. Like I remember us talking about how well she carried the North American Women's Championship, how well her promos were and how she held herself on. And to me, how she's such good as a baby face. That's why I was so shocked when she turned heel. I was like, what? Why? Like she had I remember she had that great feud with Tiffany Stratton. I think that was a great feud.
That was my favorite feud for
Yes.
her.
And I was like, why is she a bad guy? Like we don't but I get it. I still don't get it. I
It
think
was
she's a
one of my
great.
favorite female NXT feuds in NXT, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, it was really great, and I think she will be a great champion, especially over the NXT division, and she'll be really great after Jada Parker. It has her reign though, so Jada. Shout out to David though, I
So
appreciate you, though,
funny.
but after Jada though.
You're great, you're lovely, but you got to go behind Jada, okay?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that's
what
what
Chinedu just said.
I mean. Yeah, just Jada gotta get her time. It's her time.
Sheldon says, JC Mahal, clap, clap, clap. Savage. Savage.
I mean, yeah.
Sven Big says, the mutes, God.
Listen, they were cussing, storming that crowd, man. They was all kind of stuff. Houston was letting them boys have it.
Yeah, you're right. They were muting it quite a bit there. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for pointing that out. We got Infamous Rare Loco who says, I be telling my friends and family, you got to follow my DWO leader. D goes hard. Now I know why I get them crazy looks. I say Denise now. Thanks. That's so funny. Go follow the D. We got Infamous Rare Loco who also says, I felt the same, but Luke from Wrestle Talk made good points. Their biggest pay-per-view of the year, Bound for Glory TNA, takes back their belts for a huge moment. I love Luke. I hope he's right. I hope he's right.
Man, shout out to Luke. Me and Luke, we go to the same barber. So, that's my guy. Shout out to Luke.
We got Infamous Rare Loco who also says, also, I love a Team TNA versus Team NXT War Games. I think the fans would love that. Whether or not WWE would actually do that is a whole different story. Thanks, Infamous Raider Loco. We got David Primero here who says, didn't you notice all the champions in WWE right now are all heels except the NXT tag title? Also, TNA will do an invasion angle and Indy will beat Jacy. I don't think that will happen in terms of Indy beating Jacy, but you're right. There are all heel champions, right? Yeah, I think so.
Is Oba considered a heel?
Yeah, because he's scary and menacing. So he's technically still like a heel. John Cena, heel. Gunther, heel. Naomi, heel. Tiffany Stratton, heel. Dominic Mysterio, heel. Solo Sikoa, heel. Becky Lynch, heel. Is Julia a heel? She is, right?
Yeah, she's.
We haven't seen her that much, so pardon me. El Grande Americano, heel. So Ruka's not a heel though.
That's
Ben
right.
Balor and JD McDonough, they're heels. Wyatt Six, they're scary, but are they heels?
Are they heels? I don't. I think they're between. I don't know.
And then Raquel and Roxanne, heels.
Yeah, but majority heel though. Majority heel for sure.
Bro, all these heels is looking like Paris Hilton's closet. Damn.
Yeah, wow. Did y'all catch the wordplay on Denise with the bars? Wait a minute.
Y'all know. I know. I'm bringing the A game today. It's my Tuesday charm is finally coming back out. Thanks, David. We got Steven Julie who says, how long before we get Ricky versus Oba for the title? Bro, I thought that was going to happen like the first thing when Ricky got there. And I was so wrong with that too. What about you, Chin? What do you think?
Have they interacted yet? Have they even had a segment together yet?
Not that I remember off the top of my head, but chat will remind us if they did.
Yeah, because it's weird too. Because I feel like he hasn't even been in the picture yet. I'm wondering that too. I thought it was gonna happen for sure too. Because I was like, who else do they have? But maybe they're saving that for the next major. What's the next major PLE for NXT?
Heat Wave.
Heat Wave.
I believe so. I believe it's Heat Wave.
I mean maybe a Heat Wave match though. Because now that Oba's beating those two, who's next for Oba? He needs another contender.
So. Javon. Well, apparently it's Javon.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Also true.
Ooh. All right, we got thank you, Steven. We got Bob Ross here who says, who would have thought that we would see a random ass Roman Reigns appearance on NXT in 2025? When it comes to any sort of appearance, by the way, of any wrestler like the Undertaker or when John Cena was on, things like that always trip me out, man. Like I'm not used to seeing it. It trips me out.
Because TKO don't care. TKO going ratings though. We gonna they've put The Rock on there, so that
Oh my gosh, I forgot The Rock was on there. Yeah, twice, wasn't he? Twice?
yeah, they'll put The Rock on. They like at this point anybody can show up on that show at this point. So for TKO made them ratings, man.
Thanks, Bob. All right. I think we pretty much covered all of NXT. Let me just run through this really quickly and make sure that I did not forget anything. I don't think I did. I think we got it all. So there you guys have it. That was the NXT show, and we're back, baby. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will be back again next week. And of course, we are heading into SummerSlam weekend. Lots going on. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Chin, tell the people where they can find you, where they can and promote your stuff, man. Also, do I have the updated graphic? Is it still the same graphic that you last gave me?
Yeah, I think it's still the same.
Is it this one?
Oh no,
or is this one outdated already?
I'm sorry. Yeah, that one's outdated. I'm sorry. I'm gonna send it up. But upcoming shows this Saturday, I'll be in Cypress, Texas, at the Sci-Fi Visual Performing Arts Center. Those tickets are almost sold out. Over 200 tickets already sold. I'm excited about you guys coming out. I cannot wait. Upcoming shows are also I'll be in Pasadena and next Saturday at Winter's Comedy Club. Since Denise right now, Winter's Comedy Club, I'll be there. August 9th, I'll be in Sugarland at Constellation Field. Can't wait to be out there. November 14th, Houston, Texas, I'll be at the Gordy. And December 6th, I'll be in Lake Jackson, Texas at the Lake Jackson Civic Center. Tickets to all those shows are going fast. Again, Cypress is almost sold out. My Cypress folks, if you're watching, when tickets are gone, they are gone. I cannot add a second show because of scheduling. So come on out to that first show. Follow me on everything. On Instagram, Facebook, on the Twitter, on the TikTok, on everything at Chinedu Ogu. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Main thing for me to follow everything on Denise Salcedo's page. A whole bunch of great content on here every single day. And some of y'all may have forgotten about that Patreon. I have not. Sign up for that Patreon. That's why because it's very fancy. It's a very fancy Patreon. Patreon. Sign up for Dean's Patreon right now for amazing content.
So here's your graphic for those of you who didn't catch the dates.
Boom, there go right there. Let me kind of do it this way. Boom, there we go right there. How's it do? Boom. I'm trying to figure it out how to do. Boom. Wait, no, this way. Is it this? Wait. Boom. There we go. Boom. There we go right there. Upcoming dates. I will be in Cypress, Texas this Saturday, so it's almost sold out. In August 2nd, Pasadena, Sugarland, Houston, and Lake Jackson. Tickets are going fast. I'm so excited to announce that Academy Sports and Outdoors is also an official sponsor of my tour. If you guys live in Texas, you know what Academy is. Some of y'all may not know what that is, but it's a really cool sporting goods store out here in the South. It's very popular. It's really good stuff. Can't wait to do it. I spent a lot of money with them in my lifetime, so I'm happy to get some of that money back. If you know, you know. But other than that, though, please come see me live on tour. Watch Denise Salcedo's content. Go watch these NXT clips. She has so many on Instagram right now. Go watch them and share them on your page. Okay, it helps a lot. And overall, just don't be a dick. Give it a click. Support the channel, man. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We got Bear Hudson here, sends in a very nice comment, a member of the DWO now for 26 months. It says, Denise, you're everything we need right now. Bear, thank you always for being so nice on here. Frank says, just need another Santana promo and him mentioning all the past wrestlers and mess up all the names. Oh, Santino. I'm sorry. Santino. He says, just need another Santino promo and him mentioning all the past wrestlers and messing up all the names. Oh, yeah. I love it. I love how he calls Ava Abba. First of all, took me for a second. I'm like, who's Abba? And I was like, oh, it's Ava.
Yes. First of all, infamous Raider, you got monies, okay? Shout out to the homie and Raider Local here, okay? Cashing out on the super chat. We appreciate you, man. All right. Also, Booker? Listen, now I love Booker T, and and when he said Monica Monroe, I said Booker. No.
Oh, I fast forwarded that part. I didn't catch that part.
Yeah, he did a promo. The crowd was hyped for him, right? But when he said Monica Monroe,
I saw that. Or maybe I didn't catch it because I did see him walk and talk and do the whole promo.
Oh, yeah, but instead of saying Blake Monroe, he said Monica Monroe. And the funny part about that is I believe he has a wrestler on his roster at Rally Wrestling named Monica Monroe. That's why I was like,
oh, she's got to change her name, bro. I would change my name stat, man. Yeah, I know it sucks, but damn, I would change it.
Yeah, you're going to have to because I think that's where the slip up came up for him because he said Monica Monroe. I was like, I think that's because I follow Reality Wrestling too. Shout out to Kai Dream, all the people over there. But I think I think that might be one of his wrestlers. But
yeah.
But I feel like this team, the announcers, they did a good job at riding him about it all night, as you should.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah, that was great. Thanks, Infamous Raider Loco. And then a shout out to the top 5 here in the chat. We now get to see people who are in the top of the rankings according to YouTube. So shout out to Stephen Marchuli, Bob Ross Jr., Corey, Sheldon Jackson, and Frank up at number 1. So, hey, well, we're rocking with it. All righty, guys. Thank you so much. We'll catch you guys back here tomorrow. AEW Dynamite Watch Along and AEW Dynamite Review. Bye, everyone.